So this is the summer super patch. This is how it's all going along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a daily challenge and I'm going to work through something as I talk. I'm going to grab Friday's Sudoku to start. It's a 12 by 12. Yeah, so there's been a lot of work going on. I'm going to talk a bit about what we're doing, our plans. I'm only going to stream for about an hour or so just to sort of check this stuff's working. A lot of this stuff's rough. Hey, coin. I suppose I can say ducky. Hey, ducky. Yeah, so this stream's going to be super rough as I sort of get back into it. The general plan is to do 3 streams a week on the regs. I don't know what days they're going to be yet, but they're almost certainly going to be just after lunch, so they'll be probably around the 2:30, 3 o'clock time. I'm going to find a time that fits, and the days at the moment are likely to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at a guess, but we may do Fridays depending on how it works. We may shift one of those days to Friday, like we might move Wednesday to Friday or whatever. I've got to figure out what's actually useful there. Also, by the way, the avatar thing I've got in the bottom right corner is very much a work in progress. It's not finished. That can go there, that can go there, okay, that can go there, that can go there. Okay, so 6s. Not any real significant break for the 6s. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna over pencil mark at the moment. Yeah, so one of the things that is tough doing this through the headset I'm doing it, in the configuration I'm doing it, which is like the easiest thing for streaming, is you don't get the mixed reality. Unfortunately, the mixed reality doesn't stream well anyway. Oh, there we go, that's an easy one. I set this puzzle ages ago. It's funny because my memory is so terrible that whenever I come to play the daily challenge, unless I've just very recently set it, I almost never really have an advantage because I've totally forgotten what I set. Okay, that one, honestly, that's the only easy one there. We've got no... Oh, wait, I forgot that 6 wasn't... Wait, is that 6 an easy one? That 6 is not an easy one. That's a bad pencil mark. I must have forgotten to clear that. So, yeah, this is recent addition. Hey, Pesky! We've got our tally marker here now for the Sudoku puzzles, so that's actually easier to keep track of that. Got a lovely bit of feedback from the community recently about the highlight colors on the Nonograms board. I'll do a Nonogram in a bit and show that once I've done the daily. But yeah, the tally mark was also something that someone asked for at London Games Festival. I'm so glad I finally got the tally marks in because that was a really nice little quality of life upgrade. Oh, but one can't go there and there because of that, which means they can't go there, which means ones are all good there. Okay, that's a nice set of dominoes. Ones, I don't think there's any other ones that are easy, so we'll just grab that one there. But yeah, the general plan is to come on and talk about what we're actually doing in the studio, how development's going, do some puzzling on stream, and just generally share progress. But yeah, the tally marks, that was part of the big board rewrite, which wasn't actually meant to be a big board rewrite. Originally I did it sort of by itself, but without getting too like boring and techy, Godot's renderer on is Forward Plus, and on standalone headsets is a thing called tile rendering. And basically we do a lot of optimizations, because if you see these balls, if you go really close to these balls, you'll notice there's like infinite resolution there, and that's because we're doing like a faux path tracing thing. Oh god, there's a lot of shake in my hand. We're doing like a faux path tracing thing, so that what number was I looking at? Ones, right? No, I wasn't looking at ones because I was just looking at ones. What was I looking at? It must have been 2s, right? Yeah, I was looking at 2s. But yeah, so anyway, we're getting the tally mark thing in, and we got that in initially. But then we were doing some work to prep for the Steam frame. We are prepped for that. We're ready for that. The only reason you haven't seen us in the Steam frame verified queue is because we're a smaller title, so the queue is not prioritized us at the moment. I'm just going to pop those 2s down. I don't see any easy win for the 2s. 3s, oh, there we go. That's a nice easy win for the 3s. Just so I don't forget, let me mark a 3, so I'm working it. But yeah, so that was, we got the tally mark thing in. And then while I was doing the quest, while I was doing the Steam framework, I was looking at the sort of infinite resolution thing. And there's a thing with multi-meshes where basically if you're rendering something lots of times, you use a thing called instancing, and it makes things a lot faster, unless the thing that you're instancing is very small, like it doesn't have a lot of vertices, then it actually makes it slower. So what we did there is we now do what Unity calls dynamic instancing, but we implemented it in Godot, where you basically just build the mesh on the CPU. And that made things a lot faster. So on Steam Frame, we run 120 frames native. Yeah, the avatar's not finished. It's not got any shading on it yet, and I've got like a side view that I've been working on, but yeah, it's not quite there. It's not quite there yet, but it's in there. It's PNG tuber levels. PNG tuber levels. Oh, thank you for the hydration reminder. But yeah, so that's so we got up to 120 frames at native res on Steam Frame, which was really great. But when we got that work in, it totally balked the quest, because I think we've got no, stupid. I thought we had a naked triple there. But yeah, so anyway, that meant that the rendering on the Quest and the Pico and some other Android-based devices with tile renderers couldn't handle the optimization, and so we had to switch to dynamic mesh instancing, which basically meant we had to rewrite how we render the boards from scratch. Like, not entirely from scratch. We were able to reuse some shaders and some bits and bobs, but because we do that like infinite resolution path tracing trick, the amount of geometry we actually send is very little, and so it was causing problems. So we did a bit of a rewrite, and during that rewrite we got the tally thing like fully in, or we polished it up. And I don't think I see any other easy wins here. No, I don't see any other easy wins with the 4s. 5s, oh, I think I see an easy win with the 5. At least it can only go there and there. There. I don't think I see any other easy ones with the 5. Okay, cool. So that went in. That was really good. But we used that same opportunity, and it's very subtle because we don't like to go overboard with these things, because our whole design philosophy is don't do anything that annoys. Oh, those 6s are misplaced, so I can do that. That was a bad pencil mark on my side. That clears that up. We know that's there. So you'll notice there's subtle animations now on the board that we've added, because we now build all of this on the CPU. We've actually got a PR to submit back to mainline Godot that makes it easier to sync up GPU timed animations with CPU work. Basically there's a there's a Godot shader global that you call time that you can use in your shaders or whatever, and in C++ there's an easy way to grab it. Yeah, I don't think there's any other easy ones there. There's an easy way to grab it, but there wasn't really an easy way in Godot script, so we just added a binding for that, and that's super helpful. So that's one of the sort of things in the backlog. We actually have a lot of things in the backlog that I need to submit to main to make a PR and stuff. A lot of multi-threaded graphics stuff, a lot of bug fixes, things like that. There's one big performance change we came up with in the last week that I need to get onto Godot main branch, which is, again, this is all quite boring and technical stuff, but the short version is that we've managed to find a speed up in the visibility checks that shaves about a millisecond off our frame, which when we're 72 frames a second, that counts a lot. It counts for a lot. It's like a 14th of our frame. So that was a huge optimization, and it's running in our code now. It's just we need to push that back to main. So that's just like one of those things that I need to get into a PR and do that. But I'm also trying to like be a bit more focused in my tasks during the week. Which, you know, better and worse jobs. So I will talk a bit about what we're working on at the moment. But yeah, part of this intentional sort of streaming, coming back to streaming and stuff, is I think that if I do a regular stream and update you guys like this, it just gives me space to talk about the stuff that I'm actually working on, and just holds me a little bit more accountable to what I'm actually meant to be focusing on, rather than going on my technical side quests that no one notices, because I know that if I constantly talk about a technical side quest, chat will get very bored. And the players, like, you know, it's really good when we shave a millisecond off the frame time or whatever, but it's not something a lot of people will notice. I mean, they will notice, but they won't notice it in the way that they can feel. They won't comment on it, right? But you comment on when performance is bad, not when performance is good. And we're already very, very performant. So, oh, there we go. That. I think we might have a. Oh, yeah, we've got a thing there, which means those are the only two places that the bee can go. That's I forget what that technique's called. I have to check it up. But yeah, that means that I can only go there because it's the only place. Oh, it's a hidden single. It's one of the easiest techniques. And yeah, I do the daily pretty much every day anyway, except when I'm really busy. So popping on here and doing not today's daily, but yesterday's daily, I think will be good. Though we might not always do that, because we might actually sometimes show some stuff that we've got in the cook, and sometimes the dev build I'm working on can't play the daily for various technical reasons. But yeah, the key thing is the stuff that I can sort of show to people on stream is player visible progress rather than deep technical junk. So that's one of the reasons to do it. The other thing is, you know, I streamed for years, but I got kind of burnt out by streaming during COVID for a range of reasons I shan't talk about now. But one of the things I've come to realize is you know, even though I streamed for, since 2012, I streamed from 2012 pretty solidly until like 2020. Being on camera wasn't exhausting for me, because the only thing I did on camera like that was streaming. But then the moment I had to go onto camera calls for work, streaming became a lot less fun. And a lot of other open spaces. Hey, Giant. Oh, hey, Alchemist. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was wondering if anyone still had notifications on from the Dreams days. I was wondering about that. But yeah, so hence the VTuber avatar thing. It's still a work in progress and all that jazz. But it just allows me to come onto here and not have to worry about putting on makeup or stressing too much about my appearance, which is helpful. And the reason it is a fox is because of my VR chat avatar, and I suck at drawing humans. I mean, I'm not great at drawing animals either, but at least with animals there's less... it's easier. It's easier. Okay, 3s, we know where those are. 4s, 5s, 6s. Okay, 6s have to go there or there. 7s, 8s, 9s. What do you mean the headset battery's low? Oh, you know what? I bet you it wasn't perfectly on its stand. I bet you... Because whenever I'm developing with this headset, I have a little charge stand that I use. Okay, so A's aren't accounted for. Okay, I'm going to just do this, because if I don't do it like this, it really throws me. Unselect the ones. A's. Because if I only pencil the top line with A's, then I make a false assumption about A's. B's. Ooh, this is good. This is very good. B has to go, because you see, because of this B here and this B here, that means B has to go in this top line here. That's very good. And then C's. Okay, C can go pretty much anywhere there. Okay, cool. So this top line feels like it can give us something. Oh no, I can see what I did. Oh, I feel like it's cheating to use knowledge from when I set this puzzle, because I just remembered when I set this puzzle. Oh, it's out today. This is Augmental Puzzles. So it's out today. So this is one of the problems with when you're the person who sets the puzzles. I did a gimmick here, and I'm going to show this gimmick because it's a fun gimmick. Now, you have to actually prove that line. But I remember setting the puzzle, so that's a bit of a gimme there. That's not true Sudoku technique. But yes, it's out today. Well, it's out. It's been out for a while in early access. It's not on PlayStation VR yet. It is coming there. We are working on the Godot. So we are the people who ran. We started the Godot PlayStation MIT licensed port. So if you want to work in Godot and do PlayStation, we have a port there. Oh, that's right. I lost my save data while I was deving. So this is the other mode that we now currently have launched, which is Crossword Pictures, otherwise known as Nonograms. Some people may call it Picross, but that's a Nintendo trademark. So this is the other mode we have currently live. 7, that means it goes up to there. 7 goes up to there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do want to finish that thing, but I'm only going to stream for about an hour, and I realized I was coming and talking in circles. I realized people haven't seen the game, so I want to show this other bit. Oh shoot, that's going to count as a mistake. That's a fat finger. That's on my list to fix, is the toggle between this and this. The dwell time needs to be a little bit longer, because at the moment it's a bit too finicky. But Alchemist, you'll get a kick out of this. Look, infinite resolution, because we're actually path tracing those. So that's a neat little trick that we're doing there. Yeah, it is super zen. We do actually have music. I just don't have it on when I'm deving, because I've heard every track so many times, but I can pop it on now. It should be Steam safe, because we have the licenses and everything for that. But I can pop the music on there, and you can hear some chill music in the background. But yeah, 7. Boop. I find these very quick and easy to do. If there's a 4 there, 4, oh no, it can go there. 4, 1, 4. Oh, okay, there's only one solution to that. There we go. As I say, the other thing is I remembered setting the puzzle for the daily that we were doing, so it was going to be a lot less fun now that I remembered the thing. that's easy because there's only... Oh, my mistake. Oh, something I am very proud of, by the way. Music's a little quiet. Yeah, I can turn it up. I mean, music's meant to be very backgroundy. Meant to be very, like, relaxing. We do need to get more tracks in there. It's something I'm trying to budget for as a composer. Ah, right. So that was the thing I was going to show. Our hint system. I'm very chuffed with our hint system. Because not only does it show you the hint, but it tells you why. This is true for Sudoku as well. We show you the reason for the thing, which is really helpful because I think a lot of people don't actually learn the rules of... I mean, they learn the rules, but they don't learn how to play the thing. By the way, you notice here that it's a 2-2, but the order's wrong. We can actually give you the correct order, but then it gives away too much. So what we do is we make the detection here really dumb, so it doesn't give away too much. But I think we've made it too dumb, because I think it's sometimes really obvious what it's meant to be. And especially when you're doing a 16 by 16, I think it can get kind of confusing. So yeah, that's something I want to improve. 7, 3. Oh, I remember this one. Again, this is the problem when you set the puzzles. Normally I don't remember the puzzles that well. Normally my memory isn't that good, but this is one of the easier ones. So you can see there, that's set. And whee, is the picture there. As I say, we do have some new modes coming soon. These are all in progress. But yeah, if I show you, like, let me show you, one of the challenge packs. I set these so long ago I won't remember them. So if I show you a 16 by 16, because this is super intimidating, right? Well, actually, let me show you one of the toughest 16 by 16s, because I know this has some complicated techniques in it. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, right? But let's cheat a little bit. Well, not cheat, it'll count the hints up and score us appropriately. So see, it tells us that's the only cell that, that can contain a D. So the D has to go there. And it works through. And so it teaches you the techniques. And if you go to the help menu, what we have in here for all of this stuff is we actually show you all the different... So this is not every technique that Sudoku has, but this is the techniques you need to solve most things. Like once you're up to X-Wings, you're in pretty deep, unless you're solving a cryptic. X-Wings and Swordfish and Y-Wings are as deep as you go. For context, we don't tend to set most of our puzzles harder than like hidden triples, because X-Wing, Swordfish and Y-Wing, they're really hard techniques for people to get, so we don't tend to use them a lot. Same thing for Nonograms. Nonograms doesn't have as many agreement in the community on names, so we had to come up with some of our own names for some of the techniques. But again, we sort of show you those techniques and we go through the different ones there. So thing there. And also when you come into the game, we take you through this tutorial that takes you through the controls. I do want to improve this tutorial because we have a sticking point for people. I'll show you where it is. So we go through it, relationships, sort of breaking it up and whatnot. Stuck, there we go. Okay, naked pairs. When we first introduced naked pairs to people, now you can see the 2 and the 5 here. Because those are the only places a 2 and a 5 can go, that means that the 2 can't go here, right? So you can delete the 2. And that means the 1 has to go here. And then likewise, the 2 can't go there. But that, I think we need better... Oh, and there's a bug there. It got rid of the wrong... There's a bug there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I need to work on that. But yeah, so that's everything going on there. And as I say, if you're playing the game, our feedback system is there. This sends us back feedback directly into our little management system, and we read all of those. So, you know, that works there. I'm gonna pop out of here for a sec. Right, yeah, so this is the website, Flammable Penguins Augmental Puzzles. I wanted to just come on here because I can sort of show our roadmap and talk about the bits and bobs that we're up to. So we're trying to get the Pico version out at the moment. I'm a big fan of Pico. That is inaccurate. I need to fix that. Sudoku we do have prototyped, but the next mode is actually going to be Minesweeper. That's currently what we're working on, is Minesweeper, so I need to update that. The custom themes thing is in development. I don't know if it'll make the next patch. That's the thing there. A lot of our time is going into the PlayStation port work. That is a whole chunk of work at the moment, because we're leading a community port of the entire of Godot to PlayStation. Now the MIT licensed port is pretty far along. You can do 2D games with it, but for the PlayStation VR thing, we are actually rewriting the renderer from scratch to be PlayStation native and to be VR native. So that's kind of a project, rewriting the whole renderer. But I got very frustrated with some things, so that's what we're doing. Multiplayer Hangout is on the roadmap. It's not in active development at the moment. We have all the plumbing in place and stuff, but we just need to come back. So I do need to update the website. That is a good note for myself. I'll just put a note in there. Update website with Minesweeper. Okay, cool. That's an update there. So yeah, that's the stuff that we've been building. Oh yeah, the sharper text thing. I didn't even mention that. That's been a big deal. Let's go to this patch here. So this is the last patch that just came out. So we moved from 4.5 to 4.7. That's been a long time coming. A lot of this is because of the headsets that we're putting to Apple Vision Pro, all those kind of headsets. It's just easier to be on 4.7. And the PlayStation render rewrite is on 4.7 for reasons that are long and boring to talk about right now. I talked about this a bit. We rebuilt the game boards from scratch. So they're running at native res 120 frames with a Linux build on frame. We do need to release that Linux build more generally. The depot's there and stuff, but we're in the queue to get things. Oh yeah, and it's just everything's faster now. Quest is faster, everything's faster. Headsets Pros, this is very cool. This is very cool that we've just done. So you might have heard of a thing called a Slug fonts. So we have done, our fonts are basically now built on the GPU like SVG files. So rather than using SDF fonts, which is what most games use, we do GPU like curve-based font rendering. And then the reason why we can do this at VR frame rates is because the Slug developers they had a patent on some stuff they developed, and they've basically opened that patent up to be available for everyone. They donated to the public domain, and that's to do with band compression. Very low level and technical, but it's to do with how we sort of pack the textures and do those bits. So yeah, no, that's very, very cool. Then coming down to here, we got more animations on the board. That's been the thing. Huge performance improvements. A lot of VRAM work. We've been trying to get away with less shader stuttering on thing. As I say, the number tally went in. We did a bunch of fixes. You've seen the new board rendering. I need to update that screenshot as well. Update Nonograms screenshot on website. This was a big thing. We had to change the renderer to work on Quest, which is why we've now got the backing plates. But I think the backing plates look good as well. And the Spring Recap pack came out. So there's that. A bunch of other fixes. And then, yeah. So that is what we've been up to with that. As I say, Minesweeper and some other bits are in development. Is there any other updates for today? No. I'd like to have finished the daily, but as I say, this headset is running out of power right now. I don't think these streams are going to be super long. I think they're going to be relatively short, because I'm going to try just to use them as sort of an update. If time allows, and I have a bit of chill time, I may sort of play a game after I've done the update, or whatever. But the honest truth is, I don't have time to go back to a streaming schedule. So these streams are going to be short, what is changing with the game updates. I just need to actually get more work done, so I have work to talk about tomorrow. Which is the whole point of these streams, which is why they can't go too long. Anyway, we'll get all this stuff figured out. We'll get it all figured out. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye for now.